我哋行緊入去嘅咧係一個好有歷史價值嘅引水道。咁呢個引水道咧，其實喺1731年咧就開始建造㗎啦。咁基本上咧，如果係計埋佢開始建造嘅時間咧，佢有300年歷史。咁佢勝在咧就係話喺好似1755年嘅時候咧，曾經有個大地震。震唔爛佢，咁即係啲人好驚訝咧，佢即係呢個建築咧非常之穩固。咁其實呢個引水道咧係主要係將啲水源咧引入嚟呢個里斯本呢個大城市嘅當時嚟講。咁當然而家已經係唔需要啦。咁全長咧其實有成58公里㗎，但係我哋今日咧只可以行1公里作為一個旅遊景點咁樣樣啦。咁唔知佢呢個1公里咧會唔會包括埋佢最高點68公尺，咁睇下有冇機會先。
So, although this obviously wasn't built by the Romans, they got the idea from the Romans. Romans were very clever guys and girls, mainly guys.
Chinese too.
Absolutely. And they had several attempts to get started. One of the best attempts, they actually put an extra tax to collect money for the aqueduct, but then they gave all the money to charity. Not sure what happened there. So they had another go, got the money, and started building about 17 something or other, but it took them well over 15 years to get it built, and they actually started using it before they'd finished the complete network. Don't ask me how they did that. A lot of dripping water, I suspect. But it's been in use ever since. Walking along the viaduct, it's got a, how would I call it, a junction, an angle in it, and so you can actually see the other half of the viaduct and the arches, although this isn't the highest point. And from up here you really can see for miles and miles. Unfortunately, unless you're into transport, the view is not that interesting. Still, at least they got their water. This is the turning point as far as we can go. So then we cross over to the other side where the water would have been flowing and head back. And here's Dorothy. This is as far as we can go.
No.
Yes, we have to cross over where the water would have been. Yes, and head back.
Right. You video me?
I video you, yeah.
Oh, wow. It's water coming through this
Yep, it would have been
channel.
Yeah, that's the way it's going to Lisbon, and it would have been coming from down there.
Water coming from somewhere, from the mountain.
From the mountains, the hills.
Yeah, they say they have 7 hills around Lisbon.
I think we walked 7 at least on this holiday.
Walk or take a bus.
But quite clever, they covered it up so they wouldn't lose water in evaporation. Okay, heading back. In the sun this time. The Geronimus Monastery was built on the site of a decrepit church. The church had been used for a night of prayer by Vasco da Gama, the famous Portuguese explorer, before he set off on an epic voyage. He is now buried in the monastery. A lot of stonework, masonry I should say, has gone into the work here. A lot of years, a lot of man hours too. Construction started in 1501, funded by a tax on commerce from Africa and the Orient. This equated to 70 kilograms of gold each year, no expense spared. And in this particular location we have here a monastery, behind it the planetarium. Over there, a little bit into the sun, is the Naval Museum or the Maritime Museum. That's why we got an anchor there. And over here, the Contemporary Arts. So if you're into museums, or it's a wet day, or it's too hot, this is the place to be. Ah, Dorothy, there you are.
呢個係一個由唔同嘅廢物原料砌成一隻碗孔，但係咧佢好立體嘅。但係當你去到好近呢埲牆嘅時候咧，你見到佢啲原材料咧係9唔搭8嘅，好有創意。
The good and the bad about travelling overseas, as it is hot and sunny here. Lisbon, and we have here a statue, possibly a replica, possibly a real replica, possibly a replica of an aircraft that, according to my Portuguese, which isn't much, it was a bomb successo. So it was a big success in 1917 when they flew from here to Rio. It says in 7.5 hours, but I don't think that could be correct. It would be a jumbo jet. Anyway, apparently that's what they did, or somebody did, and he's now commemorated up here in Portuguese, but not in any other language. I'll work on that and get back to you. So whoever it's commemorating, apart from the fact they flew to Rio, it's a very nice little sculpture. I'd like to think it is real, but I suspect it's not. Otherwise it wouldn't last so well in the sea air on the Lisboa riverfront. Belém Tower, actually the Tower of St. Vincent.
喺我身後咧，除咗係 Andrew 之外咧，仲有葡萄牙好出名嘅一個防禦塔，叫做 Belém Tower。咁佢咧其實建築咗500年㗎啦。咁佢最特別之處咧，就係佢建築嘅時候咧，唔係單單一個塔咁簡單。佢喺塔嘅塔身裏邊咧，係加入咗好多好特別嘅元素，例如啦，塔頂係一個胡椒樽狀嘅一個塔頂啦。咁同埋咧，裏邊有啲動物嘅設計嘅，例如一個犀牛咁樣樣。咁所以咧喺當時嚟講嘅設計咧，呢個風格咧係非常之突出嘅。咁我哋睇下裏邊仲有咩內容先。
So, officially, the Tower of St. Vincent. And if you were a Portuguese explorer in the late 1490s or 1500s, you would have wanted to start from here, Henry the Navigator, Vasco da Gama. Of course, you wouldn't. There's no way you'd want to sail your ships from here. You'd have wanted to be in the harbour and get everything ready. But this was a ceremonial starting point for any explorers from Portugal. We are at the sanctuary on the south side of the Tagus River, which looks down, it's Christ looking down on the city of Lisbon to protect the people of Lisbon. We've already been to the top, elevator most of the way, and it's quite a view. In fact, a very nice, very spectacular view from the top, and quite an engineering feat as well. Dorothy?
我哋而家喺里斯本嘅南部一個地區叫做 Amada， 咁就嚟睇呢個耶穌石像。咁佢原意咧就係希望呢個石像咧能夠照顧到里斯本同埋 Amada 嘅居民啦。我哋就上咗去上面睇，哇個景真係好靚！如果你哋想睇360度嘅里斯本或者 Amada 嘅話咧，呢個係一個最啱嘅位置。
In addition to the sanctuary, I'll call it a tower, they also have several other sculptures. I think this is Virgin Mary. Taking a little beating there, really not on, but anyway, I'm sure she can handle it. And there we have the bridge over the river. This is Robertson. And over this side we have several crosses.
好大個菠蘿樹啊！但係唔係菠蘿，有菠蘿嘅，係棵樹嚟嘅啫，但係好似菠蘿。
Watching the sunset behind Lisbon, beautiful.
Sun really set.
It has. Gone. So we're in Lisbon and we are crossing the Tagus River on the only bridge that crosses through Lisbon. Just coming up to rush hour, so pretty busy. I'm concentrating on the traffic. And Dorothy, over to you for the commentary.
好嘅 ，Andrew，我想講嘅話係葡萄牙同好多歐洲國家唔同。喺過天橋嘅時候咧，你係需要預先買定過橋票。咁我哋當然冇遇過咁嘅安排，所以當過橋嘅時候咧就揾唔到收費亭啦。最後就要等大橋管理員開閘俾我哋通過。但係最奇怪就係因為我哋冇預先買過橋票，所以我哋要交罰款。但罰款唔係馬上交俾管理員，而係需要去大橋嘅辦事處辦理手續交罰款。呢一種管理方法可以話係勞民傷財，兼且浪費時間。好唔明點解大橋管理層有呢一種嘅安排，真係好無奈啊！
And here is the $25 fine for not understanding the system.